Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Yo! You guys enjoy the nothing burger today? Like, it was most likely the outcome. 25 basis points, and he says the same thing again. I feel like I'm on deja vu from the last 5 FOMC meetings. Let's jump on it. Let's jump on in, man. Let's have some fun today, because there ain't nothing else going on. Once again. All right, let's get it. Fed Chair Powell, I have a question for you. Can I be up next? Okay, thank you so much. Fed Chair, should I FOMO into the market? Our market's gonna go back up. I don't know. Can you help me with this? No one knows. Can you answer that question for us? Can we FOMO back into the markets? Because I am ready. I am always ready for that. So I'll say this about FOMOing back into the market. Okay, I think we have to continue to look at the data that is coming out. So until we get more economic data, I cannot tell you to FOMO or not to FOMO. Okay, we still need to see the new jobs data that comes out. We need to see the CPI data that will be coming out next week, and we'll continue to look at the data. All we can do is simply look at the economic data that we have, okay? The economic data, right? The data. What the Powell, we know! You need to look at the freaking data, all right? I'm sick of this data. It's data this, data that. Christ, man. No wonder why traders go nuts over this shit. You don't even tell us anything. We gotta look at the damn freaking data. We know! I'm sick of it. Christ, man. Yo, fellas, what's going on? We got the nothing burger. We got the damn nothing burger. Hold on, let me I gotta pop out the chat over here. I forgot to pop out the chat. What's going on, guys? What a nothing burger, man. It's actually, I was gonna get some, I was gonna get some Chinese food for dinner, and now I kind of want a burger after that nothing burger. Holy shit. That was the least, that was the least fun one of these that we've had in quite a bit. Let me actually move myself back down to my little area over here. There we go. We're back down in the corner. We're ready to go. Holy shit. Bob is sick of the data. I'm sick of the data. We're all sick of the damn data. What's going on, guys? Fahid said, is it over? Is the end of crypto? It's obviously the end of crypto, man. Like, come on. It's always the end of crypto after these FOMC meetings. You know what I mean? Robert, what's going on? Good to see you, bro. Who we got in here? Anderson said, move your big freaking head. I am blocking the price. And to be honest, I don't think you're going to be missing much with my head blocking the price over here, guys. So, I mean, hey, listen. We got exactly what happens every single time, man. We get exactly what everyone expects, which is 25 basis points. Shocker. Shocker. If you were calling for anything else, I think you were a little bit stupid. That's just me. But we get 25 basis points. And then Powell, shocker. He says the same thing he always does, which what is the thing that Powell says every single freaking time? And we always think he's going to say something different. We honestly, we have to keep raising rates until we get back to that 2% inflation target. And we might need to see unemployment go up to do that. So we're going to need unemployment to go up. And we're going to need to continue to see inflation go back down to that 2% target. As we continue to see the data, we'll continue to update this. But I think we're going to continue to have our foot on the pedal here and get to that 2% inflation target. Any more questions? Okay, no. But that's it. Derek, what's going on, man? He said double speak. A lot of double speak, man. A lot of double speak. But typically what we see after this is we see the market go nuts. The interesting thing about today is this was like, not only did we not see a significant move one way or the other, we also just like really didn't get any volatility during that meeting. Now, is that a good thing? We'll see, right? You know, I think, the trader in me wanted some more pump and dumps. Pepe got a nice pump during that. Pepe pumped like 15% during the meeting. It was pretty nice. Shout out to you if you caught that little Pepe bounce there. But other than that, nothing happened. I was expecting to get some volatility today. I had the after party set up. We were going to get some drinks. We got some vodka sodas. We got some beers. We got some wine ready to go at this after party. Now, does like anyone even want to have fun? I don't know, man. This is the least expiring nothing burger I've ever seen in my life. Interactive. Dude, I'm getting a burger for dinner now because how much a nothing burger that was. Derek said you should be an actor, bro. Thank you, Derek. It's different doing it on stream versus doing it in person. I'll tell you that. Sentiment is all-time boring. Joey, it is so freaking boring, man. I am there with you, bro. Like, you guys can probably tell by my mannerisms how bored I am. Not only you, but how bored I am. But we can have fun with it, right? There's ways to have fun with it. But yeah, man. I mean, guys, Bitcoin is, I think, you look at where it is. I mean, this was what? This was 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. It's right back where it was right before the meeting at around 1 o'clock. So, it is what it is. I guess the only thing I can really say that's any different for Bitcoin is, dude, we just got to get back above 28.8. Really, for the bulls, back above 28.8, you're freaking looking really, really good. And we probably test 30K if we get back above 28.8. And same thing for the downside, all right? The bears, we kind of just need to break 27.8. And if the bears break 27.8, we'll most likely probably see this 26.6 to 27K region, right? But in between here, it's kind of, we're getting squeezed into a tighter area. We like tight areas, right? I mean, a lot of us like tight areas. We don't like loose areas. I guess right now we kind of want loose areas because we want price to move, right? We want price to move past that Bollinger Band, right? That's probably super tight at the moment. We haven't looked. We'll look at the Bollinger Band in a little bit, but man, we don't want this no more tightness. Okay, this is the one time we don't want more tightness. Let's see. Frank said, "Do you think render will pump still or go down? And where do you see the price going this month? Also, Bitcoin for the rest of the week and weekend. It's hard. Short term is tough right now. I think." Everyone kind of keeps making predictions on the short term, yet Bitcoin doesn't really end up doing anything. If I had to guess, you probably just see more sideways over the rest of this week. You know, and we kind of go from there. Let's see. Loose only, said YJT. Loose YJT. He likes those 60-year-old women who are loose as a goose. I know that's what YJT likes. Let's see. Mike Bishop said Pepe bounced. Thought a bigger pullback would come. Still could come, right? Pepe got a little bounce for sure. I got a nice long on this on Pepe. Nice long on Pepe here. My entry was like 8. Where was it? It was like 8.9. My entry was like 8.9. So I got a good entry on that. I closed half of it during the meeting because it was looking a little sketch, but I still got half of the Pepe long open. So I'm ready to freaking rock and roll there on Pepe. Let's see if we can get Pepe another little bounce. That would be so awesome to get Pepe go up a little bit higher. I would love that shit. You know, it is kind of forming like a little bit like of a bull flag, man. Like, I don't usually love these, but it did get a big rise, and it's kind of been consolidating in a little bit of a downwards channel, which you could look at as a bull flag for a second leg. You know, as long as Bitcoin kind of just holds here, there's a chance that meme coins can continue up. Obviously, only investment you can afford to lose in the meme coins, man. Don't be horse guy who's seeing, you know, you should have got in on the pullback yesterday, but don't be horse guy now going, wow, look at Pepe. Bitcoin is boring right now. I don't want to really FOMO into Bitcoin. It is boring. Bitcoin like moved 1%. Look at Pepe. It is up 15% today. Holy shit. I don't want to miss out. I will miss out on second leg. I will go long now. What could go wrong? Literally nothing. and then it doesn't pump. But yeah, that's what we got. Market's a little red. Yeah, so across the board, right? We got Bitcoin kind of just in a range. You know, I will say this one more thing on Bitcoin, because it's really, like I said, guys, nothing really changed from yesterday, man. Nothing's really changed for the last 45 days. Actually, we're on day number 47 of being in between 27K and 30K. Day number 47. But no, if we go to the 3-day, the thing I was talking about yesterday, guys, is if Bitcoin cannot dump today, right? If Bitcoin can just hold the line, if Bitcoin can hold the freaking line, all right? You know, and you know, Bitcoin holds the line. You know, we all don't die of boredom. We get old. We're like, Bitcoin hasn't moved since 1970. Oh my God, man. I'm so bored of this market. I'm going to be dead by the time Bitcoin breaks 30K. Jordan, when moon? I can't wait anymore, bro. I'm literally sick of this crypto market. It's been 50 years of this damn range. Right? But, you know, as long as we can have patience and wait this out, right? What do we want to see on a 3-day close today is I would love to see a close above 28,500. If you can get a 3-day close above 28,500, kind of what we've been talking about is the 3-day stock cross, the 3-day getting a stock cross, right? Where the last 3 times we've seen the 3-day stock cross when it's been at the lows has resulted in a nice move up, right? We've talked about here, we're getting that 3-day stock cross with the close today, as long as Bitcoin doesn't take a massive poo-poo today, which it certainly could, so don't rule that out. But, you know, depending on where we close today, you're going to get that 3-day stock cross, right? You're going to get that 3-day stock cross, just like we did back here on March 8th, before we had that big pump up here, and just like we did back here on November 21st, which was literally the low of the market, right? So once again, as long as we don't take a major dumper route today, which is certainly a possibility, don't rule out a major dumper route. Because when you rule out the major dumper route, that's when you get the big dumper route. And you get fart all over, a little diarrhea, you know, a little disgusting scatter everywhere. So let's see, right? We're still above this previous support, right? These previous highs, kind of flipping it as support here. Right? So I still like where Bitcoin is. Where I get worried with Bitcoin is if it breaks back below here. So if Bitcoin breaks back below like 27, if Bitcoin breaks below like 27.6, I would be a little bit sketched out for like I would say either the short to medium term here for Bitcoin if we broke like 27.6. But, you know, right now I think we're good. It's just we gotta kind of now. We got to let this market settle, right? Stocks are coming down pretty hot and heavy, though. If you take a look at the stock market, woo! Look at the S&P. Oh, reloaded. S&P coming down hot and heavy today. Yeah, so this is coming down. Let's see where that ends up. All right, let's just finish this song, shall we? Let's play the piano. So the S&P is coming down. The S&P is literally at a huge resistance, guys, right? So like all the way from back in May 31st, we've been in this range here for the S&P for over a year now, right? And you can see it got rejected once, deviated twice, right? 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. And it got rejected for the 8th time at this resistance. It's like, how many times is this going to get rejected? Well, we get rejected again for the 8th time. Who knows? So you are coming down here on the S&Pizzle. We'll see where this ends up. I mean, if you know, we'll see. I'm not totally sold on this just dumping straight back down. You probably have a little bit of a day where everyone's like, oh my God, Powell was hawkish again. You guys know how it is. Like the day of the FOMC meeting, everyone starts going nuts. Oh my God, oh my God. Yet, you know, how many FOMC meetings have we had since October, right? I think we've had like 5 or 6, and yet prices have continued up since that point, right? So you're gonna have the scare of the short term. Oh my God, things are ending. The world is going under. Holy shit! Look at the world right now. It's in chaos. But you know, even if Bitcoin does get, or S&P does get a pullback, we're just looking for a higher low, right? So higher low, you know, higher low, higher low, higher low. If it does get a major pullback, we're just looking for another higher low, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's all we can really say about that. Who we got? I don't even remember what the pump song sounds like. Me either, man. What's Pepe doing? Is Pepe at least pumping? Come on, Pepe. I thank God for Pepe doing some stuff, man. If it wasn't for Pepe, this market would be absolutely horrendous. If it wasn't for meme coins lately, this market would be unbearable. Literally unbearable. No pun intended. It hasn't really been bearish. We've just been crabbish, man. We literally have turned into a bunch of crabs in this market at the moment, guys. Like, we literally have. Mike said, well played. Now you can watch the Celtics lose on time, boss. Mike, you want to make a bet tonight? You want to make a bet today, all right? The Celtics will win tonight, all right? I bet you don't want to make that bet because you know there's no way the Celtics go down 0-2 at home. You know there's no way they do that. And if they do, I think the series is over if they lose tonight, personally. But here's what I'll say. We don't want to turn into our crab market. Remember this guy? I'm a crab, I'm a crab, I'm a crab, I'm a crab. I like to crab along in the Bitcoin markets. Jerome Powell was supposed to create some volatility, but he didn't. We are at the same price as earlier. That's what this market's turned into, man. No, but like I said, guys, if Bitcoin can close up here, I still do like Bitcoin to come up. You know, like I know it's like, oh my God, we think Bitcoin's bearish, it's going down. I would look for Bitcoin to actually come up first. Still could get rejected, right? Still could get rejected if you do move up. Then you could get the move back down. But I'm still looking for a move up before a move down, even if you're going to do that, right? So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Even on the medium-term time frames, right? We close here today, still like where Bitcoin is. If we close anywhere below 27.6, don't like where Bitcoin's doing right now, right? So that's kind of where we're at on that. Other than that, there's not really too much going on. Ethereum's actually holding up better than Bitcoin today, which I'll show you guys why. I mean, Ethereum dominance is getting very, very interesting. So we got Ethereum coming in here. Actually up today, Bitcoin down. It was up pretty well earlier. Obviously now it's getting a pullback. Bitcoin's pulling back a little bit here. But you're seeing ETH dominance go up, right? So if we look at ETH dominance, this is going to get interesting, man. This is kind of off the beaten path. It really doesn't have anything to do with Bitcoin, right? 1 million Pepe. Oh Lord, 1 million Pepe, said Mike. 1 million Pepe. What's that, like $1? Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Why not? I'll bet $1. I'll bet $1 on the Celtics. How about that? But no, like, look at Ethereum dominance, man. Right? We would talk, like, this is getting tight. Something's going to have to give here in the markets. I don't know what's going to happen, but you guys look, this upward sloping trend line on ETH dominance that's been holding since 2019. Look at where we're at, right? And then you also got this resistance that's been really holding other than one little deviation since 2018. Look at how tight you're getting in here, right? You're kind of just holding the 30 and 50 EMAs on the weekly. Look at how tight you are. You are getting another bounce. So we talked about a couple weeks ago, all right, ETH dominance got a nice bounce. Now you're getting another bounce off ETH dominance. You know, so like within the next month, like something has got to give here, right? Either ETH is going to absolutely destroy against the rest of the market, or ETH is about to get crushed, probably by Bitcoin if that was the case, right? So keep an eye on this. Like this is getting very interesting in here. You know, so I don't know what that necessarily means. I don't really know which way this is going to go, but you know, when this does break out one way or the other, we can be like, okay, man. I mean, maybe ETH dominance going up is good for altcoins. ETH dominance going down, probably good for Bitcoin or stable coins, you know? So it should be interesting, bro. ETH BTC made moves today. Tight hairline? Bro, the hairline's always tight, man. Listen, I've gave up on my hairline. I might just wear a hat every day, you know? Why not? You know, we could wear a hat every day. You know, at least I don't look like this guy and eat donuts, even though sometimes I like donuts. John, what do you talk about FOMC meeting? I went to Dunkin'. Mom, do we have any donuts left in the box? I know I bought a 12-pack, but, you know, I think I don't know if I ate 12 or 11. No, I'm not ready yet. I know we have to go visit Grandma. I know we have to go visit Grandma soon, all right? No, I'm not showered. Do I look showered? Do I look showered right now? Is there another donut? That's all I care about. Yeah? All right, cool. I'll be right back up there. I'm just watching Jordan stream. I need another donut though. But I look worse than that guy right now, man. With the chocolate frosting all over his damn face, you know. But savvy after the edible, savvy after a pump, right? Savvy after a huge pump, and then he has to get absolutely he has to get the sugar high to get over the pump. Look at this market right now, guys. I am in absolute shambles right now. I cannot believe that we are just seeing like this low of volatility. I get it though. Like we had very high volatility for quite a bit in here, but just absolutely no reaction here. What's Pepe up to? Pepe getting a little resistance. Nothing crazy. You get a slight resistance. I was looking at this maybe like a little bull flag. I don't know, man. We'll kind of see how this plays out. There's certainly a chance. I mean, I've seen so many of these where like it comes up and then just rolls over, right? So it's not like, oh my God, it's going to move to the upside. Really, I draw these so I can enter at key supports, right? So like the long I had, I kind of waited to see a little reaction here, and then I entered off support, right? I don't really trade these as like, oh my God, look, a bull flag. I'm going to long it right in the middle, right? You could do that, I guess, if you want to. That's really not for me, though. Yeah, so Pepe seems to be really the only one that's moving. I mean, I know there's other meme coins. I own some other meme coins as well that I think look pretty interesting, but the rest of the market really not do anything. You've seen, you know, some green. You've seen FTN, Matic, you know, AVAX, Floki, Aave. You've seen a couple green coins, but mostly it's just you know, everything's between -2 +2, right? That's really the market at the moment, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Ketchup is for beef. What'd you guys do on the poll, by the way? Do you like nothing burgers with ketchup or mustard? I'll tell you this, guys. If I'm going to have a burger, okay, let me just zoom in a little bit on this. And then we'll talk about the DXY is kind of looking interesting. If Wojak will surpass Pepe, come on, Varg. You don't think I picked up a little Wojak? I got Wojak on my watch list here, man. Listen, I got 3 meme coins on my watch list. Okay? Right? If we come over here, I got 3 meme coins. I'll show you right here just to prove it. I got Pepe. I got Mong. Let's freaking go. Let's get Mong. Let's get some Mong action in here. And then I got Wojak, which is all the way down at the bottom. Had a rough day today. But you don't think you guys can't even see Wojak. Of course. Let me just slide it up. You got Wojak right here, man. Listen, Wojak should be interesting. I don't know. just for some fun, just for some fun, man. It's always good to have a little fun in the markets while the markets are like this. You know what I'm saying? But do you like, if I'm gonna have a burger, okay, and I have here's how I'll kind of explain it, right? If I have a burger and I have all the condiments, I have all the condiments in front of me, right? I have some ketchup, mustard, mayo, whatever, barbecue sauce. I'm putting these on my burger. I'm putting ketchup and mayo on my burger, okay? If I have everything available. If I can only choose one condiment, I'm taking ketchup, right? But if I can choose any, it's the what do they call it? Mayup or ketchup. I think Heinz made a ketchup, which is basically ketchup and mayo mixed. But I'm taking ketchup and mayo, only one ketchup all day. Hot dog, we're going, if it's a hot dog, we're going ketchup and mustard. If I can only choose one, ketchup. I love ketchup. What can I say? Sriracha. Bath is putting sriracha in there. Ketchup and mayo are undefeated. Ketchup and mayo mix is just, it's so juicy, man. It just goes so good on a burger. And then with a hot dog, I like the ketchup and mustard mix. You definitely can't go wrong with that, man. You definitely can't go wrong with that. Don't miss out on suey. Mike, should I pick up some suey? Should I FOMO into some suey? What the hell is suey, man? This is the kind of market we're in right now. We're just in like, look at this meme coin, it's doing well. That's the market we're in right now, bro. It is what it is. Suey, bro. Like you said, this thing just came out. What is suey though? Like, what is suey? Right? I get it's a meme, some kind of meme coin, but like, what is suey? I get what like Pepe is. I get what Wojak is. I know what poo is. You're telling me I need to pick up some suey here? I don't know. Maybe, man. Maybe after, and it's not really FOMO, and I guess it just came out. I don't know what suey is. Suey is legit. Gross. Ketchup on a hot dog. Suey.io is their website if you can read. Bath, I can't read, man. I barely passed third grade. You think I can read a website? You think I'm stupid? Yeah. You are stupid if you think I can read a white paper. No meme is legit. Blockchain layer 1. Oh, Suey's an L1? Oh, it's not a meme coin. All right, cool. I might have to pick up some. I have to look at it then. Let's see. Sounds like something I ordered from the Chinese joint. Facts, doesn't it? It sounds like sushi, but it's suey. Holy shit. All right, let's look at what else is going on in the markets, guys. I'm just in shambles right now. I'm in shambles. I was expecting to hop on, have some stuff to talk about. I'm literally in shambles. Let's look at the DXY. So the DXY, the Dixie as they call it, right? The Dixie. Did someone just say dicks? Wow. Jordan's talking about dicks. Did someone just say dicks? I've been looking for one. Anyone? I promise, I'll brush the cobwebs off, no problem. Anyone? All right. You know what? None of you guys want me? Well, all you guys wanted me 20 years ago. All right, now none of you guys want me. Listen, I'm married to you, Karen. No one wants your damn cobwebs, even me. What do you think you're on the damn stream? All right. The dollar. The dollar. What do we got going on the dollar? So bored, I'm gonna take a nap. that is pretty boring. If you take a nap, that means you're pretty bored, right? The dollar. What is going on with this, man? This thing's all over the place. Let's zoom in a little bit. The dollar just showing no strength here. It's interesting, right? Because yesterday it broke out, right? So if we go back to the 4 hour, the dollar broke out, right? So like this resistance was holding us down for like a month. We broke out to the upside, and then we broke back in, which is your classic little deviation here. And then today, you got a massive dump before the meeting. You came back up, and now you're coming back down again. Who knows how to take this? But as I keep saying with the dollar, man, this is a tough one right here. I could see it going either way, right? And like I said, if I'm not completely sure, I'll let you guys know. The dollar, I have no clue where this is going to go, right? Because I can see the scenario. Okay, you're at support, right? You got to respect support while you're at support, right? Just like we always say with Bitcoin, we can't be biased. If the dollar's at support, we got to respect especially a daily support level. At the same point, the dollar has just been weak as hell since about October of last year. We're talking about seven months now. The trend is still down, right? So at the same point, I could see this bouncing up to, retracement levels, and I can also see this just continuing to be weak and coming back down to like 99, 99 there, right? It's a tough one to call on this one. It is what it is. That's my favorite saying. It is what it is. Let's let this one play out, right? And this will really tell us all we need to know. If the dollar is going to bounce again, right? Bitcoin's probably going to get a deeper pullback. If it comes back down like this, that's probably when Bitcoin, goes up and tests 30K again, right? So we'll watch that. It's a tough one to call here. The older I get, the more I like them. Which one? But this is all short-term time frame stuff, guys. I'm going to continue with my same thought process. As long as Bitcoin holds above the 50-week moving average, I still see it going higher from this point. Okay, and really for me, that's like holding 24K on a weekly close. All right, as long as we kind of hold this region here on the weekly, I am still thinking it comes up here at some point this year. I don't know when. I don't know how. we could chop in this region for like months, which we already have. We've been in here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've already been in here for 8 weeks, for 2 months of this shit, right? What's another 2 months among friends? You know what I mean? So like whatever we do in here, whether we pull back, which we definitely could, whether we just go sideways, forever in here, or we just pump, right? Still think we eventually end up there. I still think inflation's going to continue down, and the overreactions to every single macro thing are going to be loud, right? You're going to have all the macro heads. Well, it is what it is. Wow, Powell was pretty hawkish today, huh? Wasn't he? He just kept saying, look at the data. You know what that means. He's trying not to be too bearish. Just look at the data, man. Look at the damn data, right? That's all I got to say. I'm a macro head, right? And we are talking about it all over Twitter right now. Look at the damn data. Oh my freaking God. If I hear one more person say, look at the damn data, you know what data we'll look at? Powell, right? Let's look at the freaking layoffs in tech, all right? Look at that freaking data. You ain't looking at that, are you? Are you, Powell? Christ, this guy and his freaking data. He doesn't even look at the damn data. He said inflation was transitory in 2021. How'd that work out for you freaking data? Christ, man, this freaking data, bro. It's worse than freaking Carl. You guys remember this.
And I'm here to bring you this cryptocurrency video. Bitcoin has fallen out from this falling wedge, and I have made 100x on my long position over here on Bybit. You guys should go use my Bybit link. Links down in the description. Bybit link, Bybit link, Bybit link, Bybit link, Bybit link, Bybit link, Bybit link.
We know! You like Bybit! Facts. Mike said Jordan gonna get trolled and we will pump during a normal stream time tonight. Oh, facts. Facts. I would not be shocked at that at all. If Bitcoin just goes and whoop comes up. The fact that we didn't get any reaction today was sort of interesting, right? But I'm not surprised. I think just people are so over this shit, man. I'm over all this shit. I'm over the FOMC meetings. I'm over CPIs. I'm so over this shit. And I think that you guys can tell every time we get one of these things, there's a less and less and less and less and less and less reaction every single damn time. It's crazy, man. Like look at today. Like this is nothing. You guys remember back in 2022, whenever we had one of these, like the market was like freaking pumping 2,000 down, 2,000 up. Now the market doesn't give two flying Fs, right? I mean, it really is ridiculous, bro, right? And that's why it's like, I didn't even stream during it today because it's like, whatever, man. I just want to know what happens after it, at the end of the day. Let me end this poll, by the way. Do you like nothing burgers or this? Let's do another poll real quick. Let's do this. What will come first for Bitcoin? What will come first for Bitcoin? If I can type. Because I'm not a very good typer either. You know, sometimes I am. Sometimes I'm like, I'm like rocking the keyboard. And other times, I don't know what it is. I feel I can't like press the keys. It doesn't work. What will come first for BTC? Let's do 31K. And let's do 26K. 31K, 26K. And then let's add a third option of forever sideways. Because we have to have the forever sideways, because there's always a chance that you go sideways forever, you know? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, guys. There's always a chance you go sideways forever. The S&P is dumping. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That is definitely a fact of the matter. But, you know, like we said, I mean, it could certainly come lower. What I always say about the S&P though, at least in the last like 6 months, is whenever everyone gets super bearish on these, that's when you get a bounce. It might not be till we retrace down here, right? We might have to come down here for a few days and sort of come back down here and retest some levels down here. But I'll say this: when everyone starts saying, "Oh my God, the stock markets are super bearish," they tend to get a bounce at those points. We might not be there yet, right? We might have to wait a few days for this to kind of come back down here. But I'll tell you this: if these bank failures keep happening, right? Because if they were happening, if they were happening earlier this week, and now we raised rates another 25.25, right? These are going to continue. It's not going to get easier for these banks. Like, it's going to keep getting harder and harder and harder and harder for these banks. If these bank failures keep happening, right? It could get interesting here, right? It could get very, very interesting, because everyone forgets that's why Bitcoin was made, in the first place. It was literally in 2008 when banks were failing, right? So it's not going to get any easier for those guys, right? And they keep having to stall trading on these banks so they don't go to freaking zero. You know, it's like 2 days in a row they paused trading on Pac West. Just literally pausing trading on there, right? So we'll see. What's Bitcoin doing right now? So Bitcoin is trying to hold out. What do we got going on over here on these markets? We got Pepe still up 12%. Rest of the market ain't doing jack squat at the moment, which I guess is a good thing in theory, right? When you got stock markets coming down, I guess that's relatively a good thing. What I'll say is this: the one thing that has me worried, guys, is the NASDAQ. We're in a bit of a rising wedge, which I never really counter these rising wedges. And this is the one thing that's got me a little bit worried, at least in the short term, right? We don't have to dump back down to the freaking wazoo, but we could see, right, like I said, a dump from this wedge and a retracement back down. All we really want to see is a higher low than this low, right? So, once again, I hope this doesn't play out. I hope we just break this to the upside for whatever reason. But hope is not a strategy. Someone says that. Hope is not an investing strategy. I don't know who says that, but I've heard that before. So shout out to whoever says that. Hope is not an investment strategy. The NASDAQ's looking a little droopy. These do break down 69% of the time, right? And whenever I look at one of these, it seems to always play out. It seems like it's more than 69%. But, if this does pull back like this, we're at least looking for like these retracement levels here. A higher low than this low, right? So we got to keep an eye on that, right? Obviously, that would not be very good for Bitcoin if this did get a little bit of a pullback there. So keep that in mind. Everyone says that. Thank you, Wayne. Wayne's like, everyone says that, idiot. Bob is moving and doing a competition now. Also, Bob Swap. I know everyone's kind of talking about Bob, too. I can only buy so many of these things, right? I'm not trying to go friggin' balls to the wall. I threw a little money in a couple of them. Just for fun, man, But if we look at Bob's actually one that hasn't really moved yet. Do I really want to buy Bob? I mean, listen, like, we could make it the community coin. We could make Bob the community coin, man. Literally, it's Bob's coin. Like, Bob finally has a meme coin. Oh my God, do I really want to buy some Bob after the stream? I might buy some Bob. I'm tempted to buy because this one really hasn't moved up yet, or at least on this chart. Man, Bob's looking a little tempting in here. Hope is not a tactic. Bob's finally got a damn coin for himself. Wow, I got my own coin now. Oh my god, it has 5 zeros too. Oh my god, this looks freaking good. I might get in this shit. I literally might get in this shit. Let's freaking go. Yeah, yo, let's do Bob on BNB instead. Bob on BNB? Is this the actual Bob right here? Let's see this one. What the frick is this? Bob. There's only one. It's on Polynex. We're gonna get some Bob, bro. It's the community coin. Bob. Shit. Bob needs to chill. But BNB Bob is up 36,000% in the past 24 hours. Oh, launch? After this, I might buy like $50 worth of Bob just for fun. Why not? Why not? What's the worst that could happen? You know, it could go to zero. You know, that's always the worst thing that could happen here. There's always a worst case with these meme coins, you know. But that's what we got in the market right now, man. I mean, that's the only thing that's getting any type of volume is these memes, bro. But when everyone starts getting into the memes, that's when Bitcoin's going to get a rise. I'm going to be honest, guys. I know everyone's probably going to feel a little bearish after this FOMC meeting. I actually am, and I know I tend to be bullish more than bearish. I understand that, right? You'll have the idiots that come in here and say, but John, you're always feeling bullish. You're literally always bullish. That means, you know, when Jordan's bullish, we're going to dump. Those guys, man, it's ridiculous. Oh, yeah? Like, I've been bullish this whole way up. How's that work for you? You're freaking heckler, man. You're like the freaking heckler. Those two heckler guys up there from, you know, that show, whatever, or Kermit the Frog. But I kind of like where Bitcoin is, man. I like that it's at the support level here. I like that the 3 days cross it up. I do. I would like a close today above 28,482 on the 3 day. But, you know, I've talked about the 3 day a million times, bro. You know, I would be semi-bearish if Bitcoin broke here. If you broke down into this range, I would probably be like, it's not looking too great here. But right where it is right now, I like where it is right now, bro. I do. Look at this poll. Actually, we got 42%. Well, what will come first for Bitcoin? We got 31K. It said 42%, 42K, right? 31K. We got 36% saying 26K, and we got 22% who said forever sideways. I wouldn't blame you, man. I mean, we could be going sideways in between 26 and 31 for months. We could. We definitely could. Fahid missed the Sui the Sui Talaj. Let's see. You are positively crazy. I am a little crazy, man. Listen, I am a little crazy. Let's ratio the real Bob with the fake Bob. Is that the fake Bob? Could be a fake Bob. Send Bob. I'm not shilling Bob, man. Listen. I might buy $50 worth of Bob, but I'm not going to be out there shilling it, man. Like right now, it's like Twitter is just filled with people shilling meme coins, man. It's hilarious. All right, Bitcoin's trying to get a slight move up. Let's see if this works. I don't think it's anything crazy. We are seeing a slight uptick on Bitcoin here. Let's look at the short-term time frame. Short-term time frames, I'm not totally sold. It's not like yesterday where like you had the 4-hour stocks bottomed out. You were oversold in the 4-hour. It was very obvious you were going to get a move up. Now it's like kind of like, you know, now you got your 4-hour up here, right? Your 1 hour is like, your 1 hour actually doesn't look too bad. 15-minute actually looks ready for a move up. 15-minute getting that stock cross right now. Yeah, actually, the 15-minute doesn't look too bad. 1 hour doesn't look too bad either. But we start to get a little higher up. How's like the 8-hour, actually? These actually, the 12-hour... 12 hours actually crosses. A lot of these actually don't look too bad. It's like the 4-hour looks Every other time frame looks pretty good, though. I'm not going to lie. So let's see if Bitcoin can get a slight move up here. After a little FOMC meeting, it'll be when I get off, right? As soon as I get off, that's what. And I'll say this. I will say this, Mike, for Mike out there, because Mike likes to troll me about the Celtics. Okay, I would rather Bitcoin pump than the Celtics win tonight. I know that sounds absolutely crazy. I know that sounds ridiculous. I need some adrenaline here. I need something that's going to get me pumped up, you know? Because right now, I think we're almost at that point. If Bitcoin has one more move down, we're going to start hearing this again.
Basically, Bitcoin is clearly a scam. Cryptocurrency is clearly an idiot with no common sense. And scientifically speaking, according to a study at the Bank of Canada, more people who are financially illiterate invest in Bitcoin.
Facts, man. Facts. Thanks a Bank Canada guy. But yeah, I need something to happen, man. I think we all do. I think we all do at this point. All right. We want to ratio the fake Bob. This is a fake Bob. Oh my God, man. Of course it's the fake Bob. It is what it is. It is what it is. How are the other ones doing? Pepe is just chilling now. How's Wojak? Where the frick is Wojak? Wojak pulled back today. But it got actually a nice little retrace there and got a nice little bounce. So Wojak kind of just chilling. That's how it is. Sounds like Bob. You don't want to see that guy, man. That guy he's got some interesting videos on his channel. The Bank of Canada guy, like that guy has so many interesting videos. It's crazy. Need pump up music ASAP, bro. We got nothing pumping right now, man. We can't play the pump music. It's been brutal, bro. Literally, not even small pumps we have recently. It has been that kind of market. It's not like we have that dumps either. We just haven't had anything. We just had nothing, right? The other day, actually yesterday, me and Maya were talking about. We were talking about this the other day, yesterday, guys. We were saying, all right, what is zero? Okay, can someone explain this to me in the chat? Why, when you take a number, let's take 5, okay, and you times 5 by 0, why do you get 0? Think about it deeply for a second. At the same point, it makes sense. You take 0, right? You times it by 5, it's obviously going to be 0 because it's nothing. But why, when you times 5 by 0, it equals 0? And what is 0? What is 0? Think about it. Like, what is 0? We don't know. Our brains can't comprehend what 0 is. And I would actually argue that what is 0? It's the Bitcoin price action right now. That is 0. It's a big black hole at 28.4. That is it. Howdy said there's no volume, bro.
Nothing has changed.
Literally. Say it one more time for me in the back, Savvy. Say it one. This is the one time I agree with Savvy on this. The one time I agree.
Nothing has changed.
Say it one more time, Savvy.
There's no volume.
Nothing has changed.
It's the one time I agree with Savvy on nothing has changed. It's because nothing has changed. Who we got here? Howdy said there's no volume. Dude, appreciate that, man. Howdy, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate the super chat, bro. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. We do our best in here. Jordan failed math. Yeah, that's true. The absence of space. 0 is the most important number. 0 is like death when you think about it. Like, it kills everything. You times anything by 0 or you get times by 0, you die. You basically turn into 0. 0 is death, in theory, when you think about it, right? Wes said, come on, please, stop attention to crap coins, Pepe. Wes, I'll say this, Wes. I'll say this, okay? You gotta ride the hot shit, okay? If Pepe is what's moving at the moment, I'm going to be trading Pepe. If Shiba's moving at the moment, I'm going to be trading Shiba, right? You got to do what you got to do. Because, listen, we can hate on meme coins all we want. I did that last time. And I told you throughout the bear market, I will not be fading the meme coins this time. Because anyone who faded the meme coins last time crapped on them because they were just jealous of the people who made money off the meme coins. Be honest. Be honest, man. You did all this research on, I love this altcoin. I did hours of research on this altcoin. And then you get outpaced by Pepe, right? Some dude who has no idea about crypto. You know, his friend told him to buy Pepe because he likes frogs. And he became a millionaire with $100 when you did hours of research on an altcoin, right? Let's be honest, right? I will not fade the meme coins, man, right? I will not do it. And you know, you can do it. We could all do it. I will say this though. I will never, don't make fun of people for buying anything, right? Because what has been the best gainers for crypto at all time? Doge, Shiba, Pepe, right? So don't be hating on people investing in those because quite honestly, a lot of them have killed it, right? Now, obviously there's going to be ones that go to zero, but it is what it is. Let's see. I have been leverage trading only Doge for a month now. Nice, Chris. Doge has been kind of chilling too. I mean, Doge and Shiba are, I guess, are kind of the old dogs now. Like, no one gives a shit about Doge and Shiba. This is how it always is. People like new things. People like new shit. Why aren't Doge and Shiba pumping during meme season? Because no one gives a shit about Doge and Shiba anymore. Those are old now. Those are old dogs, right? We got to bring on the frogs and, I don't know, maybe the Bobs or the Wojaks now, you know? Let's see. When you put it like that, you're right. Thank you, man. Thank you. Listen, it is what it is. I'm a big believer in let people do what they want to do. Don't be hating on what they're talking about, right? Because I've done that in the past. And it's there's no really reason to do that, Matic pumping hard. Nice, dude. Nice. Fake coins are fine. People just lost millions in banks. That is so true. That is literally so true. Don't buy that meme coin. You're going to lose. Meanwhile, you got like 4 of the biggest banks in the U.S. going down and people can't have their money back. Right? It is funny when you think about it, right? Oh, man. It is kind of funny. Anyways, man. All right, so we got Bitcoin at 28,457. Yeah, I'm just kind of chilling and hanging out with you guys. I mean, like, there's not much. There really is not much. Who else we got in here, man? Frank said you think Render will pump. Render. Actually, we talked about Render yesterday. Let me bring out Render here. We talked about Render yesterday. And we talked about... see, today's a big day for Render, right? We talked about the deviation here for Render, right? We had 3 highs. You deviated that high, and then you dumped back below. So what we want to see for Render here, very important today in my opinion, or over the course of the next couple of days, you want to see Render get back above these highs. Because if you don't, and you get rejected here and you start flipping back over, that just confirms that the classic deviation, right? Where you pump back above, get everyone super bullish, and then you dump back below, right? So watch this very, very carefully over the course of the next few days. You get back above, 219 on a close, you're looking very, very good, and most likely you're going to continue higher. If you don't, you start rolling over. Like I think we talked about the other day, just to retrace back to the EMAs makes some sense, right? But that's about it, man. That is about very simply what I see for Render. It's very, very, very easy chart to read at the moment. That's kind of what you're waiting for now. Render's going to be huge, but eventually, yeah. I mean, this is short-term time frame stuff, right? Even if it dumps on the daily, that doesn't change the bigger picture going into next year, right? Which, I still think most things will go up next year. It's just, like I said, it's getting through this choppy year where alt's just kind of just chilling, bro. For the most part, Render's been killing it though. Render has been absolutely killing it, man.
Strap up, we're going to the moon.
Let's see. The worst is trying to buy the next meme coin and your bank collapses before you can transfer the cash. You're like, I'm gonna buy the next meme coin. Oh, Lord. Or you buy a meme coin and then you lose all that money. It goes to zero. And then you go back to your bank to try to get more cash to buy another meme coin, and then your bank goes under. That would be brutal, man. That would be the worst case scenario. Or you buy a meme coin, everything's going well with it, right? It's pumping, right? You're up like 5x, 10x on a meme coin. And then your bank goes under, right? And you're like, no problem. I just made a shitload of money with this meme coin. Let me just transfer that into my other bank account, which has no money in it. Let me just go transfer. Let me sell that meme coin now. I'm up a lot. I'll use that money while I'll get the banking situation sorted. You go to get that money from that meme coin. Rugged. that would be the worst case scenario. 100%. 110%. Banks or meme coins. You could make the case. you could make the case. I mean, they basically run on fractional reserves where they actually, like, they're worth a certain amount of money, but they don't actually have that money on them, which is just, that's literally the funny part about that is that's literally why the government doesn't like DeFi, because a lot of these projects, right, they use that money to make investments and stuff. So all this money that's locked up, they can't give it back to everyone if they want it back, right? And all these DeFi things. And that's literally why the government doesn't like DeFi. Yet the banks do the same thing. The banks take everyone's money, lend it out, and then if everyone wants their money back, they don't have it. It's literally the same damn thing. It's this world is crazy, man. Just a bunch of hypocrites when you think about it, you know? Cold Hans, can you be a favor look at ETH BTC? Yeah, absolutely, Cold Hans. I mean, we were looking at ETH dominance, which is pretty much the same thing earlier. Where ETH dominance is at a crucial point where it's going to have to make a decision on whether like it's gonna have a bigger downtrend or a bigger uptrend, like within the next month. It's going to have to make a decision. But if you go to ETH BTC, which I actually haven't looked at this in a while, so that's a good one to look at. ETH BTC.
Jordan, can you take a TTH/BTC
let's
for
see.
favor?
It's illegal to trade while insolvent. Half the banks. So true. All right. ETH BTC. It's this one's another tough one to call, man. Like, I can see this going either way. I think it's really going to depend on, the bullishness of the market. Because if you pull up a fib, right, and we kind of called this back in March, where we said, okay, we had a low to high. ETH BTC came back to the 618 Fibonacci. We got a nice pump for like a month. It was nice. Now we've come back down, and we've came back to that 618, and now we're trying to get another bounce. So we're trying to decide here, okay, do we want to make a W formation and have a bigger uptrend on ETH BTC, which I think is certainly a possibility, right? If we did something like this over the course of time, right, where eventually this turns into like a big falling wedge, almost, right? There's a chance that ETH BTC could get a run here, right? And if it's really just been a sideways range, but like I'm gonna respect this as support until it's not, right? Because it's acted as support. So it really is an interesting point, right? Where it does ETH BTC come back up and test the highs? If it does, that probably means the market's bullish. If this does move up, most likely means the market's bullish, or we're just going sideways, but probably bullish. You usually don't see ETH outpace Bitcoin if the market's bearish. Very, 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 very unlikely that's the case. Or is this just gonna shit the bed and just go? That probably means the market's bearish, right? So this will tell us a lot, but this is, right, in theory, I mean, not really in theory, I mean, it is kind of an interesting level in here where we're kind of getting a bounce right now, right? So time will tell. Time will tell what happens with ETH BTC, but you gotta think it's an interesting point. This is the weekly chart, by the way, so this is no joke. This is no joke in here. Let's see. Excuse me, sir. Mortgage repayments are due. Do you accept Pepe? Do you accept Pepe? That is so true. Hey, Wayne, I bet Becker is the biggest Pepe whale. Becker is not the biggest Pepe whale. Becker only gets the gaming tokens, man. Maybe there's a Pepe video game and he likes Pepe. I don't know. That definitely could be the case. All right. Jordan has the best farts. Thank you, Momo. Thank you, Momo. We have to have like a second fart sound. We need like, I think we need like a wet one. That one's like too dry. We need a wet one. Almost like a shark. Where it's just comes out super, super wet. What about snake coin? I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. There's too many of these things now, Cole Hans, appreciate the super chat though. I am under the assumption that if I just look at this chart, I do think this will get a bounce. It could be a little bit though, right? We could stay in this, like in here for like another month or two, right? And that could be the point where Bitcoin and ETH don't do shit for another 2 months, which would be brutal. But I mean, sometimes you need those periods to bore everyone out, right? And typically after the boring periods, you get the bigger moves. So we could stay in here for a little bit, but I do like this to break back to the upside, and just kind of stay in this freaking range that we've been in for 2 years. But obviously time will tell. But I like this moving up personally, and ETH dominance actually looks like it wants to move up too. What's Frank Fractal saying now? Unsubbed? Why are you unsubbing Frank Fractal? You say that every day though. Frank Fractal's like, you're not looking at Cadena. Cadena going to the moon. Cadena will kill Ethereum. It will. It's going to the freaking moon. If you're not in Ethereum, you are literally an idiot. Guys, Jordan's an idiot. He's not in Cadena. Oh my God, Cadena is so great. Cadena. Guys, you need to buy Cadena right now. It is at $1. It is a cheap price. Oh my freaking God. What's with people repeating shit today? Powell saying, respect the data. And now we got freaking Frank Fractal just shilling KDA. No, listen, Frank. No one wants KDA. It's a shit coin. All right? It has nothing going for it. It's been down only for 2 years with no freaking bounces. No one wants that shit. All right? Stop doing freaking KDA shills in the damn chat. No one wants that absolute shit of a coin. It is there's literally nothing bullish about it. Its name is Cadena. It has 1 0. Christ, man. Freaking coin, bro. Oh. Oh, Lord. Rip K. Bob gave me the blessing of no KDA. He did. It's time to get an entry. That might be your key. It's time to get an entry. Right now, Bitcoin's in no man's land, man. For me, if I'm looking at this just from a short-term perspective, maybe you look for a short if we came back up to 28.8, maybe, right? Depending on what we look like when we get up there. And then for a long, right, I'd probably just look for a long at 27.8 again. Just got to play these ranges, man. I mean, this is really all we've been able to do recently is play the ranges. Right now, Bitcoin's in no man's land. I wouldn't really go long or short here. It's not a very good point to be like, oh my God, I'm going to go long. So you're just in the middle or short. I mean, there's nothing decisive right here. I'd wait for one of the extremes, right? Wait for the range high, wait for the mid-range, and just kind of play it long or short from these ranges. But right here, you're right in the middle. So I wouldn't touch that with a 5-foot pole in there, bro. I hope this push for KDA back over 90 cents. Maybe, man. KDA. KD freaking A. I think he said unsub because of the upcoming wet farts. Oh my God. The wet farts are great, man. Javier said boring. Bro, you're telling me, Javier. You are telling me. You are literally telling me. The only thing we can look at is Pepe. Even though Wes is getting mad at me when I look at Pepe. Wes, I still love you, man. But listen. If all we got to look at is Pepe, all we got to look at is Pepe. We got some movers, like FTM's getting a nice little move up. I mean, it's 3%. It's just hard to get excited over a 3% move right now. It's just not anything in the grand scheme of things. But FTM, once again, bouncing off this level it's been at, I still think FTM is one of the better ones to get in on retraces. And you've now gotten a pretty nice retrace on FTM. But if you look at this level, I mean, it's bounced here. It's bounced here. And now it's kind of forming a nice little W formation here, right? Where you came down, you made a low, you came back up, you've now made a second low. So you've got a nice little formation. You're actually breaking the 50 EMA on the 4 hour for the first time for FTM in quite a bit. FTM looks pretty good here, in my personal opinion. Especially if we can get a 4 hour closer up here, which we got 3 hours till you get that close. So FTM, I wouldn't be surprised to see it come fill. Like, this is inefficient price. Like, this we just kind of went straight down right here. So like this, especially this candle here, won't be surprised to come fill that candle here. And just kind of continue the sideways chop, which, look at FTM. It's been going sideways since January. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Interesting point there for FTM, actually. I actually think that's a pretty good point there. It would be better exactly at support, but still, I think it's a pretty interesting point there. Let's see. Lena's the new Pepe. Lena is the new Pepe. What the heck is Lena? The heck is Lena? What is this, man? This thing is all over the place, huh? Lena is the new Pepe. I don't think it's actually Pepe, is it? So Lena, yeah, you broke down a while ago, rate tested, but yeah, actually this one's got kind of the same. This one's got kind of the same price action though, right? You've got your bigger pullback out of the way, which is pretty nice. Let me just pull up a fib here. Yeah, look, I mean, you got from lows to highs. You came back to the golden pocket, right? You've made your first low. Now you're getting a good reaction off that second low. You're about to make a bullish engulfing on the daily here. Could look a lot worse. That one doesn't look bad on the daily too. Obviously, we know what we need from the corn, right? We need the corn to just settle. But actually, this one doesn't look too bad either, man. This one doesn't look too shabby. And you this one's not too bad. And you retested these highs over here. It's like you got a lot of confluence coming in right there, right? Retest of the highs, 618 Fibonacci, double lows, bullish engulfing on the daily. This one actually doesn't look too bad. Some of these alts don't look too bad, but like it's tough with these. You know, you guys know my take. Like Bitcoin TA over altcoin TA all day. This one actually doesn't look too bad though. It doesn't look too bad at all. Let's see. FTM daily looks stock and RSI looks good. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah on FTM. FTM's always one of the, like, whenever altcoins do well, FTM's always on the top of the list. Every single time. All right, guys. We are, should we do another poll? Let's do another fun poll here. Let's do a poll. What is the best comfort food? What is the best comfort food? Let's do pizza. Let's do Chinese food. What's another comfort food? Let's do McDubs. Let's do McDubs, or let's do what else could we do? What's another good one? Pizza, Chinese, McDubs. What's another comfort food that you feel very, very nice eating, but you don't feel good after? Shit, I can't think of anything, man. Chicken nuggets. Parents cooking. I can't do Indian food. That's not fair because that's way better than these three things. I'm just gonna do these three things. These I feel like these are the three most common, like, junk food. I do like McDubs, BK, whatever. We'll do that because like those are the three. Like if you're just feeling like eating like shit, those are probably the top three things. I can't do Indian food. Obviously, that's way better than the other three. That's not even fair, man. Get a pick out of those three. Out of those three options. If you only had those three options, like you were chilling, you're like, this is all I got. Pick out of those three, guys. Let's see. Comfort junk food is pizza. Hell yeah. Buffet? Leroy, I would nail a buffet. Mosh, we still gotta go to that buffet at some point. Mm-hmm. There's a buffet over here that's pretty good. That, like, Maj didn't even know that there was a buffet over here. And then I found it one day. And we actually haven't gone there. I'm surprised. Because we were away, yes. Pizza all the way, said Magdi. All right, so far it seems like pizza's the trend. Pizza, we got 64% pizza, 20% Chinese, and 18% McDubs BK. So like it seems like people like pizza. People definitely prefer pizza. I'm actually shocked. I actually thought this would be more of the Chinese, but it seems like pizza is the winner here. And if I had those three options, it depends, man. I have different moods. Like there's sometimes I would want McDubs, sometimes I would want Chinese, sometimes I would want pizza. If I have those three options though, I'm actually more times than not I'd probably go Chinese out of those three. More times than not. I would probably go Chinese pizza McDubs, in my personal opinion. We had seafood buffet. I don't really like seafood, I don't, to be quite fair. Cheeseburger should be on that list. Well, you can get a cheeseburger at McDub's, Taco, said Lazarus. Yeah, that's not really a fair option, though. Obviously, I think most people would get like a nice taco over a pizza, But I listen, I make tacos like probably 5 times a week, right? I love tacos. I make my own. I could never get sick of tacos. We love Chipotle. Chipotle is not fair either. Like Chipotle is obviously a higher tier than pizza, Chinese, or McDubs. Like pizza, Chinese, McDubs is what clogs your arteries. Does Chipotle clog your arteries? No. So it can't be on that list. Oh my God, man. Bitcoin, do something, bro. Freaking do something. Oh my God. All right, we're dumping $100.
Everybody panic. We're going to zero.
Here we go. What are the markets still looking like? Anything on the markets? Still, let me zoom in a little bit. We getting any bounces in here? So we got the S&P trying to bounce off that previous low right here. We'll see if that gives you any kind of, maybe get a little double low here. We'll see. I'm not really sold on that. You actually do got slight bullish divergence here on the hourly though, which is interesting. Yeah, you got slight bullish. Yeah. Hold on, let me just look at this low. Not quite on this. We got a little hourly bullish div here. You made a slightly lower low, and you got higher lows on the RSI. Does the NASDAQ have this too? Let me see. All right, you got a little bullish divergence here on some stocks. So you might see a little small reaction here for stocks, right? Because you got lower lows on price, and you got higher lows on the RSI. So you might see stocks get a small reaction up. Might give you a little bit of a bounce on Bitcoin. Yeah, see like Dow Jones has lower lows, higher lows on RSI. So you got some bullish divs popping up. We'll see if that gives you anything in here. And then the dollar's just not doing shit, man. There's just no strength in the dollar, man. And it could come up. If the dollar didn't pump today, I don't know, man. Where's this dollar pump going to come from? Because, okay, the dollar's been holding the support because it's support. I think people are like getting scared. People don't want to short at support, sell at support, right? So the dollar's kind of holding here, but the dollar just showing no strength at all, man. Like, literally no strength. And maybe it comes out next week. I don't know. Maybe we end up just chilling in here for another week. Probably likely. Because next week we have... What do we have the rest of this week? I know we have earnings. We have Apple earnings tomorrow, I believe. We have unemployment claims, whatever, man. That's not really a big deal. Nothing on Friday. And then next week on Tuesday is we got CPI again, which is the big one, right? We want to see this continue down. So that's kind of the next big macro event is CPI next Tuesday. And then after that, there's really not much for like a couple weeks. So we got kind of Apple earnings tomorrow. We got CPI coming up next Tuesday, right? Structure still looks bullish, yeah. So that's kind of what we got, right? I was thinking if the dollar was going to pump, it was going to do it today. It still might do it, right? It just might do it. It might be a lagged reaction, but the dollar just not showing any strength in here. Let's see, stagflation. Oh Lord, lordy, guys. It is just an interesting market at the moment, guys. What can you say? What can you freaking say at this point, man? And I know as soon as I call this a stream, something's gonna happen. Something fun will happen. Whether it's a dump or a pump, I'll take either one at this point. Let's see. Jerome Powell just put the market into sleep. He did. He didn't say anything. It was literally the worst case scenario because he literally didn't scare markets and he didn't help markets. He kind of just said, we got to look at the data. We got to look at the data. He literally just said, we got to look at the data for every single question. Like, no shit. What are we going to look at? A wall? No shit. We have to look at the data. Oh, my God, man. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a stream here because there ain't shit going on, man. Like it is brutal at this point. So I'm gonna call a stream. I'll be back on tomorrow. Hopefully, let's see how the market digests everything. I say this every single time we have one of these big events, like when we have FOMC meeting, when we have a CPI or something like that. The market always reacts a certain way at first, and then you got to kind of wait at least until the next day to see how the market kind of reacts to it. So I would take today with a grain of salt on anything, right? Take any pump for Bitcoin, any dump for Bitcoin, any pump on the stock market, dump on the stock market, pump on the DXY, dump on the DXY. Take it with a grain of salt today, and let's see how the market reacts tomorrow. That's going to be the big ticker. Like, we got all the info. Let's have the market kind of say, okay, this was bullish, this was bearish, and see how we react tomorrow, right? Obviously today, there really ain't anything. I mean, stocks are down like 0.5%. I mean, you can pretty much call that flat. And I wouldn't be surprised if they bounce before the close because, like I said, they got some bullish divergences in here and whatnot. So let's see how we're doing tomorrow. I'll be live 8:30 in the morning for the members tomorrow. Everyone else, I'll see you guys at 7 p.m. And like I said, let's kind of just wait this out, man. It's that market right now. Everyone's bored. I'm freaking bored. I think Jerome Powell's bored. I think Bob's bored. Horse Guy's bored. Job is dead, but he's still bored. And let's check back in tomorrow. All right. I'm out of here. Peace. Go Celtics. Down with the Sixers. Sixers suck. I'm out of here. Later. Gator. Peace.